Hi, welcome to Worldwide Culinary Apprentice. My name is Chef Robert Bennett. In today's class, we're going to make pâte à fruits, otherwise known as fruit jellies. I have a passion fruit that we're going to be making.
So the first thing you want to do is take your fruit puree and pour that into a large-sided saucepan. Then you're going to take your apple pectin and whisk it with a small amount of sugar, just to make sure it's fully incorporated so when you add it to the liquid it does not clump up. Then you're going to pour it in the mixture and fully whisk it until it's all dissolved. And then you're going to take your mixture and bring it to a boil. Once it's been boiling, you're going to want to let it stay at a boil for a good minute to allow the apple pectin to start to thicken the mixture. Then you're going to take your sugar, then you're going to add all of that to the mix. Your inverted sugar, you're going to add that. And then finally, you want to add your corn syrup to the mix. Once everything has been added, you're then going to want to whisk until it's fully incorporated and there's no remains of large chunks of sugar left. Once everything becomes fully incorporated, you're then going to want to bring the mixture back to a boil. Once the mixture comes to a full boil, you can then take your candy thermometer, add that back to the mix, and then you can take a little bit of cool water, and just enough to dissolve the citric acid, and then you pour that into the mix. Be sure to stir your mixture often so that it does not burn the bottom of your pot. Once the mix reaches 224 degrees on your candy thermometer, you can then take a little bit of the mix and put it either onto a plate or on a hard surface to allow it to cool down so you can check the consistency of the mix. As you're checking the consistency of the mix, you can lower the temperature of your mixture a little bit so it doesn't burn. You want to peel up the puree and then just give it a nice tug. And then if it's good, you can pour it out onto an oiled silpat. Once it's fully cooled, you can remove the ring and you can start portioning it. Here I am dipping my knife into a cup full of warm water so the knife does not stick to the sugar, and I'm being sure to dry my knife after each use. I'm just going to cut a couple of strips here just to show you, and being sure to dry my knife after each use. Then I'm just going to cut these into small squares. Once they're all cut into squares, I'm going to then take it and put it into a bowl of sugar until it becomes fully coated. Once it becomes fully coated, you have yourself some nice candy to eat.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's class. I hope to see you guys next time.